Welcome back to Detroit, and we are thrilled right now to be joined by Mr. David Glass, the Royals owner, and actually he just off the air said to me, Salvador's not going to dump any Gatorade on us. No, I don't think so if he knows what's good for him, although he tends to. These things are happening good times after wins, and Mr. Glass, there have been so many wins. As a fan, not just an owner, how much fun is this watching?
You know what? This is really a lot of fun, and there's no substitute for winning, but I really enjoy the games, and this is a fun team to watch. Last night's game was particularly good. We played really well. It was the kind of baseball game that you expect to see. Pitched well, played good defense, timely hitting. It doesn't get any better than that as long as you win.
And Mr. Glass, for so many years, we've seen the Royals be in a situation at a trade deadline where they've kind of subtracted from the team. This year, with the addition of Johnny Cueto, the addition of Ben Zobrist, we've added some really fine players to this team. Got to be excited about what they bring to this team.
Yeah, you know, I was just talking to Ned about it, and I had a chance to visit with Ben Zobrist for a while. Cueto and Zobrist are the kind of kids that will fit in with our team really well. But to your point, Monty, it took a long time for Dayton to build our system to where we had enough really good major league players at this level that you could fill it out. In the past, where we've not been in a position to add the really good players, we haven't had the core group in place to do it. These guys demonstrated last year that they can play with anybody, and so if you need a piece or two, then it's our responsibility in management to go out and get them for them, and I'm really tickled with what Dayton was able to get.
And I think the patience that you've shown with the overall system that you've put in place, and especially last year, maybe around this time, a lot of discussion, about the job that Ned Yost has done, but you were very patient, just like Ned Yost is a very patient manager, and it all seemed to work out.
Yeah, you know, baseball's a long season. It's 162 games. The very best teams are going to lose 60 games, and so it's easy to criticize when somebody loses, but you got to realize that it is a long season. It's a marathon, and Ned has done a really good job. If you look at his record the last couple of years, he's probably won as many games as any manager in baseball.
I want to ask you one more thing about one of those acquisitions before we move on. Johnny Cueto. You say you talked to Zobrist, but I want to know what your impressions are of Cueto. You've watched a lot of baseball in your lifetime. He's really unique. I mean, we've heard some names like Louis Tion or even David Cohn, but what do you think when you watch this guy? Because he's really different.
You know, he is different. He reminds me more of Louis Tion. I don't see David Cohn in him, but he knows how to pitch, and his pitchability is really good. He's got just enough velocity and enough of an assortment of pitches that he can throw for strikes that it's easy to see why he's a winner. I think in our ballpark with our defense and the offense that we put on the field, he'd be a big-time winner, and I think that he's really happy to be here.
No question about it, and as Monty says, he is a show worth the price of admission. More coming up here in Detroit as we continue our visit with David Glass. Stay with us.